Welcome in, welcome in. Once again, we're back with a little SuperDraft Pro action for some basketball. You know, January 20th, it's Thursday, 3-game slate. Let's get into it. How did you do last night?
Last night wasn't too good, like I was trying to say, but we weren't live. The main guys that I was on last night, especially on SuperDraft at least, was Jimmy Butler and James Harden. So obviously Jimmy Butler got hurt 15 minutes into the game, and James Harden just did not have a good game last night. So that definitely killed my lineups pretty quickly, especially with like some of the big performances that like Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Bam Adebayo, who obviously benefit quite a bit from, Jimmy Butler being hurt, obviously. DeJounte Murray, John Morant, even Giannis, like they were all those guys that were way up there last night too. So there's a lot of good performances. So if you just had like one or two guys, if you even probably had two guys that tanked your lineup, you were done for. So I can't say too much there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what really killed my lineup too. If you didn't have Embiid in your lineup, you were pretty much, out of it, no chance. But I mean,
if you had him, you could have had Embiid or Jokic at center. I mean, even if you had like Bam there, you're probably okay, or a Kung Wu, he was all right. Like if you didn't have like one of those four, you're probably done for at center.
All right, let's see here.
And the craziest part is you could actually played all four of them because Adebayo, Kung Wu, and Joel Embiid all have power forward eligibility for whatever reason on SuperDraft. So you could have played all four. I'm not sure anybody did that, but be kind of cool if they did.
The ultimate lineup. Well, let's get into it, I guess. Let's talk about some of the stuff from last night. I guess some of the studs, some of the duds. I mean, I can actually share this too.
Yeah.
So then people can at least see some of this stuff. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Yep. Antonio.
What's up, Antonio? Yeah. Probably hard to see anyways, but get it up there anyways. I'll zoom in a little bit. What's up, Antonio? What up, man? What up, player?
Got your Knicks going once again tonight. But in terms of the studs last night, we kind of mentioned Joel Embiid. He obviously had a 50-point game last night. He had 80 points, 1.05 multiplier, ended up with 84. If you had played Nikola Jokic, he was great as well. He got close to 90 last night. He had a 49-point night with a triple-double as well. Bam Adebayo, 62.25 times his 1.15. He really benefited from Jimmy Butler being out last night. I had almost 78 points. LaMarcus Aldridge kind of came off the bench out of nowhere and really did well. 45 points before the multiplier, 1.65 multiplier, 74.25 after the multiplier. And then Lauri Markkanen out of nowhere, he had like 28 real life points, did a little bit of other stuff, and he had 45.25 before the multiplier. After the multiplier, had 74.66. So he was really up there as well. If you had guys like John Morant, DeJounte Murray, they were definitely up there as well. So a lot of guys that really paid off last night. But then in terms of like the duds, at least the early ones that we had, were Jimmy Butler. Obviously, he got hurt and only played 15 minutes, so he had 10.25 points. And then, he had the 1.15 multiplier, so he ended up with 11.79. So it's just unfortunate that he got hurt. I have not really looked in to see what the injury was. I assume he's probably just like rolled his ankle again or something that he was dealing with before.
Jimmy Buckets. How could you?
And then James Harden, he had 33.5, obviously one multiplier, so he ended up with 33.5. And those were like two of the guys that I thought were the safest plays yesterday too. It's like, it just kind of sucks. And then there were two guys that had a lot of exposure to kind of across DFS yesterday. And then Anthony Edwards, 28.25, he had the 1.25 multiplier, so he ended up with about 35 points. He did get ejected in last night's game as well. Really, all he did was score the ball before that. So not very good yesterday if you did end up playing him. And then Jason Tatum, he had 24 points before the multiplier, 27.6 after the multiplier. So Jason Tatum shot the ball pretty poorly. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot else last night. So not a very good play. In terms of the dart throws, these are at least the ones that were early on in the night. So Caleb Martin, another guy that really benefited from Jimmy Butler not playing after a while in this game, at least from his injury. So he had 39.5 before the multiplier, 1.7 multiplier, 67.15. So, just a guy that benefited from a situation that we really couldn't have expected heading into the night. Onyeka Okongwu, who was somebody that we did mention in the dart throws yesterday as well.
Right.
He was 46.5 points before the multiplier, 1.75 multiplier, 81.83 points after the multiplier. Really, really big day for him too. But I believe he had like 5 blocks and a couple steals too. So like he got 24 points just from like that. So
yeah,
that's a
blocks
big.
are 3 points, aren't they?
Yep. And so blocks
Yeah.
and steals are 3 points, but I believe he had like 5 blocks and 3 steals or something like that. So he had like half his points just from that,
That's
which
awesome.
you can't really project, but it's definitely good that it ended up happening that way. And then we had Ayu Somo, who, we got a bunch of funky names here, but he's a guy that we mentioned as well as the 2x multiplier. Was still in that starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. Ended up with 40.25 before the multiplier, 80.5 after the multiplier. So if you were trying to build the ideal build last night, he was probably in it. And then George Hill just kind of came out of nowhere last night. So he had 35.5 before the multiplier, 1.95 multiplier, 67.28 points. And this was kind of a surprise because Drew Holiday did end up playing last night, but he came off the bench. So George Hill was in that starting lineup, played over 30 minutes, and played rather well. But those were the main ones, at least. There's probably a couple other ones that popped up later on in the night too, because I try to get the ones at least in the early games because sitting around till 11:30 at night just to add some of the other guys.
No, I like it. I like when you add stuff like that, and then in the morning I see some new stuff, and I have to do a little research and see who's in there. I like that.
Yep. Try to get it early, at least, so you can do the graphics.
What's up, David? What's up, man? Love seeing you here all the time. Sir Bong's a lot in the building. What's up, brother?
And then
let's get into tonight. Let's get into tonight stuff. Here's some of the initial looks just from like early last night. I think it was kind of around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You kind of got me.
Yep, and even some of that changed, because we had Domantas Sabonis get hurt at the end of last night's game, and he was doubtful. He's been ruled out since then. So, it changed quite a bit with that. Even
there's nothing wrong with that. You're always taking notes. That's why I love having you around, man. You're super intelligent when it comes to this.
We probably can go through the injuries real quick too, just since there's only 3. Yeah, so the Phoenix Suns, once again, they do not have DeAndre Ayton, Frank Kaminsky, Abdul Nader, or Dario Saric, so no real changes there. JaVale McGee should be in that starting lineup. He only played 23 minutes the last time out at the center position. Biyombo behind him actually had the better game the last time out, but, they're going to be splitting some minutes, so, one guy could pay off, the other guy could pay off. We don't know at this point in time. Their multipliers are very, very similar on tonight's slate, though. 1.65 and 1.7. Mavericks are just out without Sterling Brown once again, so that really doesn't matter at all, honestly. Zion Williamson is out once again, and then Devonta Graham is questionable for the Pelicans. I did assume early on today that he was not going to play, but there was a report that he did go through shoot-around, but he's still listed as questionable at this point in time. The New York Knicks, main ones are Nerlens Noel, Cam Reddish, Derrick Rose. Obviously, they got Kemba Walker back the last time out, unfortunately, but he paid off if he played him last time, but kind of messes things up. And then like today, or it was either today or like last night, there was a report that said like something like he can't guarantee that he's going to play every game because of his knee or whatever. Because his knee's been messed up for a long time though. Like last year with the Celtics, he just wasn't playing back to backs. Now this year, like you're going to have like some random games where he's just going to be like, oh, not playing. My knee's too sore tonight.
I better take him out of my lineup for tonight. Then that bum.
I mean. No, he's still probably playing tonight unless we get some news before that. But
yeah, but if he's like midway through the game, he's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more like he misses like full games or whatever. Like we obviously saw him have that 9-game stretch where he didn't play, and then obviously he came back last time and played like 30 minutes. So I'm not like super concerned about him tonight, at least. Then for the Pacers, Domantas Sabonis is out. That's the newest one, and then Miles Turner's been out a little while as well. Obviously, T.J. Warren, T.J. McConnell are both been out for quite some time. T.J. Warren hasn't even played this year. Karis LeVert and Malcolm Brogdon both listed as questionable to play tonight. I do assume LeVert goes, but Brogdon, he came back last night. It was his first game back. Maybe they don't play him on the back-to-back tonight, so just be careful with that. Just be sure that you're able to pivot. And I mean, like, you can always pivot to the Warrior side if you want to pivot over to Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, something like that too. And then for the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green's out, Otto Porter Jr., and then obviously James Wiseman hasn't played at all yet this year. So, Otto Porter not being there makes Kuminga look a little bit better once again. Obviously, Kuminga's probably in the starting lineup. I don't want to say that he is for sure because this is Steve Kerr, and every time you think you know what's going on, then he'll change it. So,
see, I'm playing Klay. I'm playing Klay tonight. I think it's the night where it's going to be the night. It's going to be the night.
The last time he played was the night.
It's going to be a better night.
I don't think it's going to get any better than that if he's only playing 24 minutes. Last time he did too good.
It's just a multiplier that's so good. The multiplier is so nice.
Yeah, it's a 1.6. It was 1.65 the last time out, but last time, like, he did about as good as you can do in, 23, 24 minutes or whatever. But we'll have to see. We'll see. I don't think he can do any better in 24 minutes, but if his minutes go up, which I haven't heard anything else yet, just assuming he's playing 24 still at this point in time. So the guards that were in play, obviously, is Luka Doncic. He's a 1x multiplier. We know what Luka can do on any given night. He's been playing pretty well as of late as well. Steph Curry, 1.05. Obviously, it's Steph Curry. You can have those big boom nights. You can have some nights that don't really pay off as much too, but it's Steph Curry in this 3-game slate. Like, you're going to have some exposure to him if you're playing multiple lineups. Then obviously Chris Paul, Devin Booker, both at 1.2. Both have the, similar upside, and Devin Booker had the big game the last time out after really struggling to shoot for about a week and a half. So if he's hot once again, he's probably going to be a guy you're going to need in your lineup. Chris Paul's relatively safe most of the time, at least. Let's see. Karis LeVert, obviously, if he plays, he looks decent at 1.25. Brogdon, I'm not on as much. I don't think he's going to play, though, either on the back-to-back. I didn't think he was going to play last night either, but he did end up playing. He played 26 minutes. And he played pretty well, honestly, but I'm just got some concerns with that. Kemba Walker at 1.5. He's fine. He's probably going to be in the starting lineup. If he plays 30 minutes once again, he could be pretty good. Josh Hart at 1.5. It's a decent multiplier for him. He's a guy that's going to get you about 30 some points. And, as long as he doesn't play terribly, he's going to help your team. So definitely a decent filler there. Klay Thompson at 1.6. We kind of talked about him a little bit already. Probably that 24-minute limit. If he plays well, it's going to help you out. If he doesn't in 24 minutes, he's not going to help your team. And then Evan Fournier, he's been playing better as of late. So 1.65, you could definitely do a lot worse.
No, I think I'm just going to – I don't want to be the guy who's not playing him. I mean, I'd rather have him be in my lineup and hurt me than be the guy who's not playing him and him getting 70-something points.
For who? For Klay?
What I'm saying? No, Fournier.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. What's up? By the way, what's up, David, man? I'm going to tell you right now, I really appreciate you sending me a Samora. I love it. It feels a lot healthier smoking this thing. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so forwards, obviously Sabonis got ruled out, so pay no attention to him now. Make sure he's not in your lineup because he's not playing tonight. And then Julius Randle, 1.15. He's going to be probably the most rostered player on tonight's slate because you can play him at forward, you can play him at center. There's not a lot of great center options tonight. Same thing kind of goes with Porzingis. He's at 1.2. You can play him at forward, you can play him at center. So that's definitely somebody to consider as well. He's been playing reasonably well since he came back. So not somebody I would avoid, but not somebody I'm like going out of my way to make a priority, at least. Brandon Ingram, somebody I do like quite a bit tonight at 1.25. Probably a guy that's going to get you at least 40 points. He's going to get you over 50 after the multiplier. Has some upside as well. And then let's see. So we got RJ Barrett 1.5. Obviously, we've seen him do better, but when Kemba came back, kind of took away from him a little bit as well. It's probably going to be what it is, but a guy that probably gets you 33 points after the multiplier, gets you close to 49. And if he has, that upside game, definitely helps you out. Chris Duarte, he's been coming off the bench the last 2 games, but he's been playing big minutes and playing rather well at 1.6. Definitely somebody to look at. And then, if Brogdon gets ruled out, if Karis LeVert gets ruled out as well, then obviously Duarte is going to look a little bit better in that situation as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still a little – I want to play RJ Barrett, but he's kind of been up and down, kind of hurting my lineups lately, but I still think I want to play him.
Yeah, he's worth playing in some lineups. I don't think you play him in every lineup at least, but just with Kemba back, because Kemba takes over some more ball handling and stuff. So as kind of opposed to when it was Alex Burks playing point guard, then you kind of had shared ball handling between Alex Burks, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle. So the offense kind of ran through multiple guys instead of just 1 or 2 guys.
I'm definitely fired up. Talk about the revenge game, right?
Yep.
Julius Randle. This is a good revenge, actual revenge game.
It's a decent one too, because obviously he played with the Pelicans for 1 year. He declined the team option. They didn't extend him. And, that was the first really, really good year, or the first real good year that we saw to Julius Randle, at least. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. This is going to be I think this is going to be a fun 3-game slate. We'll see what happens tonight.
Yep.
I want to win some money tonight.
Could definitely be interesting.
All right, just a couple centers. I know you probably got some more.
Yeah, so you got Jonas Valanciunas at 1.2. He's not a guy that's been playing the best, but there's not much out there for center tonight. JaVale McGee at 1.65. You can definitely look at him. He's going to be starting. Last time out, he only played 23 minutes. So him and Biombo kind of splitting and I kind of already mentioned that. McGee's at 1.65. Biombo's at 1.7. You can look at Mitchell Robinson at 1.6, but there's always a chance that there's always a chance he gets in foul trouble once again. Valanciunas is the offensive-minded center, so that probably doesn't bode as well for Mitchell Robinson, but he does have the upside, if he plays big minutes and he doesn't get in foul trouble, which he hasn't done most of the year until last game, but Karl Anthony Towns is a little bit different beast at center. And then I listed Goga Batazzi anyways because he's starting tonight for the Pacers. Probably not a guy that I'm going to get to because they had him late to the slate and they overcorrected his multiplier to 1.5. If he was 1.8, I'd take a shot on it more often than not. But going against the Warriors, he might only end up playing 20 minutes tonight. If this game goes small ball, then he's just not really worth it at 1.5.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna fire up Biombo in a lot of my lineups, and I'm probably gonna go Jonas, and probably we'll see. I got I got 3 $1 lineups and I got a $4 lineup. So
yeah, I'll be playing.
I think we're gonna be a little more. Sorry, my dog's a little wild. It's very verbal, but yeah, I think we're gonna get a little. I don't know if I want to be safe on the $4 one. I mean, I guess
we'll see. I'm going to be playing a lot of Randall at center tonight, and I think that's going to be a pretty common theme. I think it'll be a lot of Randall, a lot of Valanciunas, maybe a little bit of Porzingis there too. You'll get a little bit of mixed in with Mitchell Robinson, maybe JaVale McGee, some of them guys as well, but nothing too crazy.
And Antonio was talking about hope they draft a point guard this year, sign one in the offseason.
Well, they signed Kemba. He's just got half a knee.
So they need to sign they need to sign another half a knee.
Yeah, and then they drafted Quickly. Quickly's not like a bad player, but he's not like a traditional point guard. He's more of a little guy that scores the ball. He's kind of like a bad version of Allen Iverson. A really bad version of Allen Iverson.
So you read my mind. I was going to say, why not start Randall at center?
Yep.
Valley the man. What's up,
I do assume that, like I said before, I do assume Julius Randle is going to be the highest owned player on tonight's slate. And I think it's for good reason.
Yeah. I agree.
Yep. So you got those dart throws up there now. So at guard, you got Emmanuel Quickly at 1.7. If he plays well, he could pay off. Justin Holiday, just with how many people are missing for this Pacers team at 1.7. Kind of talked about him before. The one day I'm like, well, unless he makes a bunch of threes or steals or something, then he won't pay off. But he's got a little bit more opportunity than he probably does, especially, if Brogdon and LeVert don't play, then this maybe they don't even play Holiday that much in that case, just because he's a normal starter and they're just going to get blown out anyways, and they just play all the young guys. That's a chance too. I don't know. That'd be a weird game state. And then Dwayne Washington, I got a 2x multiplier, just if he gets in the starting lineup. That's the only situation. I don't really like him that much. Otherwise, a couple other guys that are dart throws at guard that I did have listed. Nickeil Alexander-Walker 1.7. Obviously, if Devonta Graham does not play and Nickeil Alexander-Walker is starting at point guard, then he'd be interesting. Obviously, if he doesn't start and Graham's out, then another guy would be Tomas Satoransky, who is a 2x multiplier. That's just the only cases there. And then, yeah, that's it for the guards. When it comes down to the forwards, we got Maxi Kleber once again at 1.7, Jonathan Kuminga at 1.7. I assume he starts once again. Obviously, there's no Otto Porter Jr. And then let's see what we got. Kevon Looney at 1.75, Torrey Craig at 1.95. Torrey Craig is actually kind of interesting at 1.95 just because, he's been starting. He gets those random 30-point games. If they don't have Brogdon, if they don't have LeVert, somebody's got to do something on this Pacers team. I'm not sure who it's going to be, and he's got a high multiplier, so you can take the shots there. So second take extra asked about Brissett with no Sabonis and no Turner. So there's a couple different ways this game can go. Goga's probably going to start at center. He's going to play anywhere between 20 to 28 minutes, probably, I would say. They did play small ball last year with Oshai Brissett. I would not be surprised if Oshai Brissett ends up playing 30 minutes in this game and actually pays off at 1.85. That would not surprise me by any means, especially if this game goes small ball, because the Warriors just go small and they kind of kick Looney out and they just play Bielitsa or even Juan Toscano Anderson at the 5, or I would say Otto Porter Jr. too, but he's out tonight, so can't really go that option because they've done that this year too. So it just really depends on how the game flow goes. Like if the game goes small, then obviously Brissett looks better. I mean, if you're trying to take shots on both like Batazzi and Brissett, you can definitely do that. I know, like personally on FanDuel, I may align with both, or like with one of each on each different lineup too. On SuperDraft, it's a little bit more difficult because one's a forward and one's a center, so doesn't really work out the same way in that regard, at least.
Yeah, I wish some of these things they did SuperDraft for, you know, certain people being at center that are, or they are centers, but they're only like forward available, or vice versa.
Yeah,
you know
well, Brissett's not really a center, but he played some small ball center last year, so they still have him as power forward center on FanDuel, or not FanDuel, DraftKings, excuse me. So they kept that for him, but it's not like he's really played a lot of small ball 5 this year. But like in this game, it definitely happened
a little bit too.
Yeah, actually, on the one slate, DraftKings had him at center only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then they changed his back to the next one. So
if they want to change anything, that's what they got to change.
Yeah. Like so I see David asked about Wiggins too. Wiggins, 1.45, he could pay off, but most of the time he's probably not going to with Clay out there. So, and then there's a chance this game just ends up being a blowout too. Like especially like if Brogdon and LeVert don't play, it's just a bunch of young guys really. So.
Second take extra says, look at Curry, man, so inspirational.
Yeah, hopefully he plays better tonight.
So I mean, we're gonna talk about a lot of these guys too. So we're gonna get into some of these lineups.
Yeah, and then that center dart that we had was.
And we'll talk.
What'd you say?
All right. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna get into this now. We're gonna talk some lineups. And we'll talk through the players too, like we always do, which is fun because and we'll always have a lineup. I'd like now that there's some guys in here hanging out, it'll be nice that we'll set one lineup with you guys, and then you guys can it'll be, because last time we did that with everybody, I think I placed 18th and I won $15 or some shit like that, and that was awesome. So let's definitely.
Yeah, I should probably look at my own lineup
let's
too.
Win again.
I don't even remember what my lineup was. Because I said
I'll tell you my original lineup. Here's my initial. I always do initial. I think I sent you it earlier. Yep. So here's my initial one. I don't know if I want Booker. That's really chasing points. I want Kemba Walker, and then I want Evan Fournier, Devin Booker, and then I went Julius Randle. And then I went R.J. Barrett, Luka Doncic, and Biyombo. I went Biyombo. That's just my original little look.
Yeah, so the one that I initially went with was Devin Booker, Karis LeVert. Obviously, he's questionable now, though. Josh Hart, R.J. Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Luka Doncic, and then Julius Randle at center. That's what I initially had in. LeVert may change, though. I like him if he play. I like him a lot if he plays, but if he don't play,
So yeah, I mean Randle at center. I just like the multiplier of Biyombo. I mean, let's see. I mean, if he gets 39 points, I mean, he had his down spill, but
what?
He's their center, right? The only guy playing center, right?
No, he's not their only center. JaVale McGee starts. He's coming off the bench, and then they still have Jalen Smith. They could run at center too. They got 3 guys that can play at center. So and then the thing with Biyombo is he's never been an offensive center. So all his stuff's come from defensive stats and rebounds too. He scored a little bit more this year, oddly enough, but it's not something I want to bank on. McGee should be the guy that has the bigger night, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Yeah. So Nigel came in there with 100 RSD, and he said Kuminga great value. Yeah, Kuminga looks pretty good once again tonight. 1.7, and even if that game's a blowout, he's still a guy that's going to be playing them garbage time minutes because he's a young player.
What's up, Nigel? What up, Nigel? How you been doing, brother? Let's see here. Anyway, we can throw Kuminga in here.
It said they added somebody else to the slate now. Let me just see who they added.
I want Fournier in here though for sure.
Oh, they added Isaiah Jackson to the slate. You don't want to touch Isaiah Jackson unless he randomly starts tonight, which I don't expect. But, if LeVert and Brogdon get ruled out, then anything's possible.
Barrett had a bad night, but
yeah, but it's because Kemba came back.
I think I want Fournier.
I don't know.
Is that chasing though? Is that really chasing? I don't know if it is.
He did all right last time with Fournier did all right last time with Kemba back. I feel like Kemba just ruins everything. Like Kemba, like in theory, ruins RJ Barrett. In theory, he ruins Fournier unless Fournier is just making all his threes.
Just play Fournier at guard.
Yeah. Oh, they gave him small forward eligibility too?
Yeah.
I think he was just guard before. I could be wrong though.
I can't remember either.
He was only guard before. So at least they're kind of updating some stuff. Who's the other guard that you had? Kemba Walker?
Yeah, I got Kemba Walker in there.
No, we don't want Herb Jones. He had one good game this year. On other sites, Herb Jones doesn't look that bad because he's a decent price tag, but he's a guy that's always going to get you 23 points. Get some defensive stats, get some rebounds, maybe score the ball. He's actually a decent play on Prize Picks tonight.
What about Brandon Ingram? I think this is a pretty safe play.
Yeah, I love Brandon Ingram tonight. Especially at 1.25 because they upped him 1.2
excuse me. Do we just want to play Luka? It's just been on tear.
Yeah. Nigel says Josh Hart 2 ? Yeah. So Josh Hart's a guy that I do have in my main lineup. Guy that's probably going to get 30, 34 points. So he's going to get you 45 to 51 points. He has an upside of 40. So if you get the 40, then you get 60 points. So he's a guy that looks pretty good on tonight's slate.
There you go.
So let's see what we got.
Is that the winning lineup right there?
Looking at it initially, probably not, but who knows?
What? I mean, there's a lot of upside here.
Yeah, but I mean, Kemba and Fournier could kind of cannibalize each other too. So how many minutes? So he played 29.
I don't know if I want Kemba.
He played 29 minutes. I don't know. Like we were talking about beforehand, before the show, I'm like, there's something that came out about him yesterday. It says, I'm not gonna be able to play every game because of my knee or whatever. He just made it sound super.
Do we play Luka at guard?
I mean,
or do we keep?
I mean, you can shoot. You could shoot for some upside with Booker. You can shoot for a little bit safer, maybe with Chris Paul. You could shoot for upside with Steph Curry. However you want to do it, or if anybody else has any ideas.
I like Steph.
He hasn't shot the ball very well lately. That's the only thing.
I want to do one lineup with, I think, Clay. Yeah, I mean, we could do Clay and Steph in one lineup.
Yeah.
Was that getting too cute?
Maybe. It just depends. That game just depends so much because if Brogdon and LeVert don't play, it should be a massive blowout. But somebody still has to do something to be the blowout. But if it's a blowout, I don't really want Steph Curry.
I think. I mean, is this point chasing? Booker?
I mean, to an extent it is, but he's not going to get that many points, but he can still get 50. He's starting to shoot the ball again.
Oh, well, I mean, I really like Booker. He's a really good player.
Hold on.
They're all good players. They're professionals.
Somebody was asking about the SuperDraft stream on my channel, so I got to find the link.
And Nigel says, I'm afraid of a Golden State blowout.
It's definitely possible. Curry might not play the third quarter even.
Yeah. So we're not. I need to save guys with the $4 one, but we got the upside guys already. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking Booker. Let's just roll with Booker. All right. Once you get, let's see. I can read it out.
Okay, so we got Devin Booker 1.2, Evan Fournier 1.65, Josh Hart 1.5, Jonathan Kuminga at 1.7, Brandon Ingram at 1.25, Luka Doncic at 1, and Julius Randle at 1.15.
I like this lineup. I mean, Kuminga's risky.
I don't think he's that risky because even if they blow out, like he's still going to play minutes, like because he's a rookie. They want him to play, like. And I don't know if they want Kuminga to play just to see what they have in Kuminga or if they're just trying to showcase him for a trade.
And you said he was a lottery ticket, right?
Yeah, he was a 7th overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
I get it. I agree. Especially in blowouts.
Yeah, like he's like a 19, 20-year-old kid. They want him to play like regardless. The more minutes he gets is the better for them, whether they're keeping him or trading him. Steve Kerr at least has some logic with that. He doesn't have logic with a lot of things that he does, but Second Take Extra says I'm not feeling Evan tonight, so Evan Fournier, I think Kemba over here. So we can make a lineup with Kemba too.
Ryder says Booker over Curry. Yep, we did that. We went that route. Good call. Yeah. Booker, Luka back and forth shootout. I can see that.
Could be.
Says I'm not feeling Evan.
I mean, if you want, so like if you wanted to, we could build one where we kind of stack the Phoenix Dallas game too. So you could put in like both Chris Paul and Devin Booker, and then you could put Luka and Kristaps Porzingis in too if you want.
Second Take Extra says he thinks Kemba over Fournier.
Yep. I mean, it makes like there's a lot of logic to it because, like I said, it's like if Fournier makes all his threes, he looks good. If he doesn't, Kemba's probably going to cannibalize him.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Plus, if he plays bad, then Quickly plays good, then Quickly just plays too. So
let's go back here. Let's go back here.
Another one.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna edit that one first because this is the $4 one. I want it to be solid.
Right. I didn't know that was the $4 one. Okay,
you're good, brother. I like to do the. So what's been crazy is like usually the first one I said lately has just been the one that's been hitting. Like the elite one that I did the other day would hit the first place. Like,
yep. Oh, stretch.
So we'll throw Kemba in there. So then changing this one is Kemba.
Let's build the stack one next. The Phoenix Dallas stack. I think like when there's games like this one, it's like a 3-game slate and you only have to pick from like 3 games. I think stacking like one of the games isn't like that bad of an idea. Like stacking is not a big deal in NBA though. But what were you saying?
No, I agree.
Okay. So you can play Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and then you can play Luka and Kristaps Porzingis. So take like Barrett out or something. So okay, so we have Randall in here already. So I kind of like playing. What if we play Valanciunas at center here in this one?
Okay.
I know it's not stacking that same game, but
that's fine.
Then let's see. So we got Kemba. Who else could we play besides Kemba?
I mean, we can also play Luka down there.
Yeah, we could do that too. We could play Brandon Ingram and move Luka up if you want to do that. It's got some upside. And it's kind of stacking the one game still.
Dude, it's been so cold here, man. I think I'm getting sick. Like, working outside has sucked. Like, the crazy thing is, like, I work in these garages and stuff like that, but we like, I have these propane heaters, but being in propane, sucking all that shit in all day, and then
that's not good either.
Yeah, then going outside where it's really cold after you've been hot, like that's fucking flash. It just fucks you up.
So let's see. Second Take Extra said Knicks or Pelicans. We got winning. I guess the Knicks.
The Knicks, yeah.
Pelicans are a weird team.
Where do we want to go here? Forward, you said?
Brandon Ingram. 1.25.
Eyes work. All right, read this one out.
So Luka Doncic, one multiplier. Chris Paul and Devin Booker both at 1.2. Julius Randle 1.15. Kristaps Porzingis at 1.2. Brandon Ingram at 1.25, and Jonas Valanciunas at 1.2. Typically, don't like to play Valanciunas and Ingram together, but it's 3-game slate.
Nigel says hashtag one in lineup.
Yep.
Hopefully the $4 one. Hopefully all of them.
Yeah. So we said the Knicks win. Hope.
Yep.
Like they're a slightly better team. I don't think either team's very good.
Who's Pacers point guard? No, it's no Brogdon.
No Brogdon. I don't know if he's talking about Kiefer Sykes, Dwayne Watt. Like Sykes started for a while. Like he's a 2x multiplier. He's not very good, but
yeah, I think we played him one night.
If he starts, because I'm not even convinced he's going to start because they got different guys back now too. It's not the same as it was when Brogdon and all those other guys were out before. So like, there's a chance that he doesn't even start.
All right, guys. I want you guys, whoever's in here, I want you guys to join in and tell me who you want me to start. Tell me who you want to start because this is going to be your guys' lineup. Kind of want to get Biombo in there in one.
Well, you still got one more left after this one, right?
Yeah, but I want these guys to try to fill it out.
Yeah, so if we can do with them this one, and then the other one we could put like Biombo and Klay Thompson in. So Chris Duarte, we see RJ Barrett and Josh Hart. Luka Magic too. Well, that's a lot of things.
So Luka. We said Hart.
Yeah, Luka, Hart, RJ Barrett, and Chris Duarte are the ones that are in the comments at least. So you're gonna have to put Luka or RJ Barrett at forward for sure. Doesn't really matter which one, but just get Duarte in there at least. So DUA. I guess he's forward eligible too. I don't know.
He's only forward eligible.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Then RJ Barrett can play wherever. So
who else we got?
Yeah. So
love this, dude. I love you guys tuning in and talking. I love it.
So Marcelo said Herb Jones has been hot as well. I just don't like. Herb Jones is a guy that consistently gets like the same amount of points pretty much, and he doesn't have a lot of upside, so not really. Valley, if you got to put in the center, so we can put Valley in there, Kemba. So put in Valanciunas and Kemba then. And he said Chris Duarte if Brogdon out. Well, Chris Duarte has been playing big minutes and playing rather well the last two games, even with Brogdon playing last night too. So I'm not really afraid of him either way, at least. Hopefully we get the Pacers news at like a decent time too, not like way after the other games. That's just the hard part when you only have a 3-game slate. One of them's way later game than all the other ones, but it's TNT. That's why. So Devonta Graham is playing. He's starting tonight. So we had that news. So it's Devonta Graham, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Herb Jones, and Jonas Valanciunas. So no changes to the regular lineup for the Pelicans. I wonder if we just play like Devonta Graham in one lineup just because like nobody else is going to play him. Like I don't like him that much as a play to start with, and he's banged up, so nobody's probably going to play him. But if he randomly does well,
oh yeah, we got Valanciunas. My bad, fam.
Yep.
What's the next comment say?
Hold on, I am putting the Pelicans lineup in real quick.
You're good, brother.
Looney should get 8 rebounds and a couple points. Hopefully he gets a couple points. Last game he had 0. Mikal Bridges is consistent. Mikal Bridges has been consistently bad lately, though. Is the thing. He'd been under 20 points like 3 games in a row until the last game. Throw Kevon Looney in. What?
So my golfers fell off.
Yeah. Later on in the day.
The Gooch, man. He's killing me.
Him. Doug Gim though.
Yeah, dude, that was a good call.
My Fando lineup was doing pretty good.
Harmon was doing good, and then he had a freaking double bogey.
Who's starting? So Marcelo said, "Who's starting for the centers?" It's probably JaVale. Yeah, it's probably JaVale McGee. We don't know.
All right, we got one spot left here for forward.
Let's see. So yeah, we got Graham playing.
I mean, we can throw Brandon Ingram in there. You're out. I mean, you're all about him.
Yeah, I like Brandon Ingram.
So this will be the coach. We'll call it the coach's choice. We'll have one, and it'll be coach's choice.
Okay.
So Ingram.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or we can go Randall. You want Randall in there?
Yeah, just go Randall, just because like he's gonna be the chalkiest player on the whole slate.
All right, read
So
that one out.
It's just like if we don't play him and everybody else does, then we're just kind of screwed. So Luka Doncic 1x multiplier, Josh Hart at 1.5, Kemba Walker at 1.5, Chris Duarte at 1.6, RJ Barrett at 1.5, Julius Randle at 1.15, and Jonas Valanciunas at 1.2. And then you got one left, right? So that's the one that we're gonna get a little crazy with.
Yeah, you know it.
So the next starters were announced to Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. So you want to play Biombo at center in this one, right?
Yeah, we'll play Biombo.
And then we'll play Clay at guard because you want to play him, and we haven't had him in anything else yet.
Yeah, I'll get rid of everybody else besides Biombo. We want Clay.
Yeah, I was texting my buddy because I'm like, because Nikhil Alexander Walker was in my core plays for DraftKings this morning, but now Devonta Graham's playing, so that's probably going to change. I have to figure out who too, though.
What's up, Ross? Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Got to get you playing Super Draft. If you're not playing Super Draft, we got to get you playing. Shit's so much fun, man. Dude, winning the hockey the other night, dude, that's so crazy because I don't know a lot about hockey, and that was awesome.
How much?
And then football, you and me at the top, baby. Top of the world. That shit was fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's get crazy with this.
So let's see who else is crazy that we can play. We can play. Let's play. Go to forward and play Oshai Brissett. At 1.85.
Is that Jacoby's brother?
Probably not. There you go. I don't know why he's eligible at guard on SuperDraft, but he's there, so we can do that. Do you want to play Mitchell Robinson?
I mean, why not? I don't care if he fouls
This is kind of the weird build, so play him at forward, and then we kind of got some interesting fellers in this lineup. Let's put it. We don't really have it. Do you keep Evan Fournier anywhere?
No, I didn't. We can put him in.
Screw it. Put him in. This is like the all dart throw lineup. If all the guys hit, then it wins easy.
Yeah, I agree. That would be dope.
Let's see. Who else could we put in there?
We'll put him at forward or guard?
Guard. I don't know. Like, do you want to play Torrey Craig? Just like a name that sticks out just because he's 1.95.
What's up, Tino? What's good? My Warriors winning the chip tonight. Or you said the Warriors going to win in the chip?
We'll see.
Golden State.
They could choke too. So, let's see who else. I mean, you could put like, what if you just put like LeVert in this one, and then obviously if him and Brogdon don't play, then you switch him out.
Is he playing?
Yeah, calf soreness, but I think he plays. I don't think Brogdon plays, but I think LeVert plays. We'll see though.
All right, forward.
So I see Ross asked a question here too. So he said, "Do multipliers make an even playing field? So a Doncic on average has as many points as a Josh Hart." Essentially, that's what they kind of try to do. Is kind of trying to even out a little bit. Adds a different little strategy to it. But I mean, Luka can still go out and have a 70-point game, and Josh Hart could go out and have a regular 30-point game and still be outscored by 25 points too. Or you can have guys like Dosomu last night who had 40 points and he had 2x multiplier and he got to 80, and then like Giannis had like a great game, but he only still had like 60 some points at one
Who
point.
was it like 2 or 3 nights ago? Someone had over 100. I mean, we've seen some people go over 100.
That happens pretty often.
Points.
It happens at least once a week. Let's put it that way.
Or even like Lopez the other day. Lopez had like an 80-point game. Like,
yeah,
he's coming in as a third string center. So I mean, it's really cool. I mean, if you really want to, if you want to get into it, and if you want to learn some stuff, then either, I mean, go hit up Craig or hit up me on Twitter or Instagram. If you got Twitter or Instagram, I'm at JC Money Design on Twitter and Instagram, and Coach Craig Sport. And let them know. So if you have any questions about that stuff, like we want to get you in, we want to get you playing. It's a lot of fun, and you want to get on the subscription because like that's where we're winning money.
Yeah, because you're in exclusive contests too. So
and there's less people playing too, which is even better. And you play them every day, so it's pretty crazy. So make sure you go to this website right here, sdcoachjc.com. Get signed up, or come holler at me, and I'll get you signed up with Craig. That would be almost even better.
Yep. And I share the little link I have too on my daily video too. So if anybody's been following that.
So we want to get people signed up. This is a lot of fun, and eventually here we're gonna get some contests going. Oh shit, we should probably get a lineup in.
Yep. Well, it starts at 6:30 anyway. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. But anyways,
second take extra said Luka or KP, so Kristaps Porzingis. Why don't we play Porzingis in this one? We have a lot of Luka, anyways.
Yeah, we can do that.
So Ross asked, are winning teams picking like X Factor lineups, not the standard 1x multiplier guys? Usually. So usually there's like it's a little bit of a mix and balance. It really just depends on the night too. So like some nights you got more high multiplier guys in the winning lineup. Some nights you have guys that are closer to the 1 multiplier. It just really depends on the slate too.
And it really depends on who's in or out too, because sometimes these injuries really help. Like we talked about Lopez the other night. You know, he kind of came in out of nowhere. I mean,
if you can get a high multiplier guy that's going to play like 30 minutes, they're probably going to be a good play.
Yeah, he had like a double. I think, right? He had a double, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, that was a while ago, but I mean,
I'm just saying, like sometimes these big multipliers they hit. Like it is worth taking the risks on some of these big multipliers, and
but you don't want to play. You don't want to play too many what we call dart throws or high multiplier guys.
Yeah.
Usually, you want to play like 2 max. But then you want to.
Yeah, this lineup we kind of got crazy with it. Yeah. We always do that. So just make sure you're here every day. We do this every single day about the same time right now. So just tune in. So we start at 6:05 Eastern time, and we're in Central time, so 5:05 Central. But we talk basketball every night, even though it's not the subscription games aren't always basketball.
Yep.
The cash side, the side that's the paid side, I guess, is we do it for
the regular side.
Yeah, we like to, we're degenerates. We like to just gamble everywhere. But the subscription side, I mean, how much you've been like banking on the subscription side? You're gonna make a ton of money. Yeah, I won this month. I won over $220. So I mean, I'm happy. And I paid $100 subscription, so I've already paid for that, and I'm winning. So now at this point, it's just been playing for free and winning free money. It's awesome.
Yep. And for tomorrow, it's the Coast 6 for the one for Washington and Toronto. So we'll go over the main slate first, and then we'll go after that. We'll go over that one after that because that one starts in like an hour later than the main slate.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be interesting. I mean, we can kind of go over it a little bit now too, but
we'll get it. Yeah, somebody or David said go Kuminga or do Kuminga here. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like what we got right here, though. We played Kuminga in a couple other lineups, too, as well.
Read it out, Coach.
So we got Klay Thompson 1.6. Then we have Evan Fournier at 1.65. Karis LeVert at 1.25. O'Shea Brissett at 1.85. Mitchell Robinson at 1.6. Kristaps Porzingis at 1.2. Buzz McBiombo at 1.7. He says he's in Europe, so SuperDraft and Underdog and DraftKings are not here. So
okay, so Ross, just make sure you're paying attention because Nigel, if you see Nigel in here, he's from Nigeria. I'm pretty sure, right? So I mean, he doesn't have it either, but just pay attention. Like if we're gonna, so they're gonna be coming to Europe. Right now they just expanded to Canada from the U.S. The next thing is Mexico, and then they're going to go to Europe. So it's going to be expanding out there. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make this thing a global thing. It's actually backed by Caesar's Palace, like Caesar's Entertainment. So like they're actually really trying to expand this shit to make it global. So just get subscribed up. Make sure you're listening and paying attention to our YouTube and stuff, and make sure you're subscribed on both of our our Twitter accounts so you can like see what's going on, because we're always trying to make sure that SuperDraft is getting out there to everybody. We want everybody to be playing this. So yeah, I mean we're also going to be doing I don't know if you like playing basketball, fantasy basketball. We're going to be doing that here soon. I'm actually going to be working on that this weekend. Maybe we can get a draft going maybe next weekend or something like that. You and I will plan. We'll talk. You and I will get together and talk about it. But we kind of want to do a mid-season draft to where we do a 12 team or something like that. You know more about basketball, fantasy stuff, so you and I'll get into it and talk. But we want to do a listener league. I think it'd be a lot of fun because you guys are really helping us out, really helping the channel out, and you've been here for us since we started up, and it's been starting to do really, really well, and we really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and I see Second Take Extras comment there too. So I was going Second Take Extras comment there. He too said Luka over under 8.5 rebounds. So I have him listed on my Prize Picks one, and he's 9 rebounds on Prize Pick. I had Luka over 9 rebounds. He's done it in 4 out of the last 5 games. So the over looks pretty good for his rebounds.
All right.
And I see Spencer the Guru says, "What's up? What's good, fellas? Got my hoops lineup set for tomorrow already. Cool. Ahead of time." A couple other Prize Pick lines I did like too. Brandon Ingram over 21.5 points. He's done in 4 of the last 5 games. Herbert Jones over 11.5. He's actually done all the last 5 games. So that one could be pretty interesting. Then we have Mitchell Robinson over 8 points. He's done in 4 out of the last 5 games. And then let's see. So we got Jay Crowder over 4.5 rebounds. He's done all 5 games, the last 5 games out. Jonas Valanciunas over 11 rebounds, 4 out of the last 5 games. Chris Paul over 8.5 assists. He's done on 3 of the last 5 games, but it's Chris Paul. He typically gets double-digit assists pretty often. And then Brandon Ingram over 5 assists. I kind of like tonight as well. He's done in 4 out of the last 5 games. So those are just a couple of Prize Pick lines. I do see Marcelo is saying, do you like CP3 or Brunson? So I would prefer Chris Paul. In that situation,
I need to get a GoFundMe going for this dang computer, dude. This shit just keeps dying on me, man. I need more RAM. But what's up, Spencer, the Guru Nation? Can't wait to hang out with you tonight, brother. Can't wait to hang out tonight. Let's go. We're doing a debate show later here in a little bit. So
Suns announced their starters: Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and JaVale McGee. So McGee's still starting.
Hey Ross, go hit me up on Twitter real quick. We'll get to talking because if I can get some people that are that really want to play in these areas, like we kind of have an in with some of these people in the company, which is nice because we've been it's a newer company and they want to see what's going on and they want to see what's gonna make them blow up. So we can actually talk to them and stuff like that. So come hit me up on Twitter real quick at JC Money Design. So just like you see in my name. Just go hit me up real quick, or Craig. Either one of us, doesn't matter. Like we'll make sure that you get taken care of because we want everyone playing because it's so much fun. But don't worry, like if you want to get into a listener league, we'll do something fun like this too.
Let me see. I'm looking at my DraftKings now just because Devontae Graham is playing, so I'm making pivots. So let's see.
Yeah, tomorrow's game is what? Toronto for the Coast 6. It's Toronto and
Washington.
Yeah. I think I already said
Let's see.
Yeah. So tomorrow again, just remember, you guys, we're gonna be here again tomorrow at 5:05 Central Time, and we do this every single day. So make sure you're in here. We like getting everybody involved too, making these lineups, and it's gonna be fun. Make sure you're telling it. Make sure you're telling everybody too. Make sure you give subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you get the notifications going too, because it helps us out, helps the algorithm out. We just want to get the word out about SuperDraft and SuperDraft Pro, and get people in here and playing. It's a lot of fun. And once we get more people, once we get more like a bit better community going like that, better community built, we can actually do some competitions and stuff like that. And we'll set some other things up too where we can get other people in and playing somehow. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Oh shit, Matty Daddy in the building. It's a JC Money and
Matty
Coach
Daddy.
Chris. Hey, Matty Daddy, we're gonna have to get you in here on one of these shows, man. You're one of my favorite. You're one of my favorite content creators out there.
Yeah, guy that's got way more energy than either of us.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Hype man on everything.
Let's see. Okay, so that contest is full.
Oh,
I'm messing
around.
around.
DraftKings?
What?
What are you on DraftKings?
Yeah. Because I want to play two different lineups on there. I want to play one with Goga, and I want to play one with Brissett. So I'm looking at that.
Hey, appreciate that, Nigel. He said best advice in the game. The crazy thing about this is this is a new platform, and we're really still kind of learning, because they change, the multipliers change all the time. And then if you're not really paying attention to basketball, a lot of people in the SuperDraft Pro side, if they're not really paying attention, like you and I do, and not changing players in and out, it does affect them. So that's why it's been so easy to kind of win some money too, right?
Yeah, because like a lot of people that sign up for football essentially to begin with, and then they don't know basketball. Some of them don't know basketball as well. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them just go off the pro picks.
Hey, much love to you, Matty Daddy. You're the man. You are the man. We're gonna get you on here soon. Hopefully, SuperDraft Pro gets gets wrestling soon, and they figure out how to do that. It's just gonna be so fun.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Could be really fun. Oh, and David says, so you don't like Fournier in any of the main ones. So we did have Fournier in other ones, but we took him out. We took him out, right? And we put him in. We put in Kemba. So Second Take Extra said he wanted Kemba in there, so we put him in there.
I mean, like, you can play Fournier. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing Fournier tonight. Let's put it that way.
He's hitting them threes, man. And it's crazy. If you start seeing him, if he hits like 3 of them, you're like, all right, it's going to be his night. It's about to go off. Yep. He does get that shit, like, back in the day, what was it, the NBA Jam, where you're on fire? You just start hitting everything.
You're hot, you're hot. If you're not, you're not.
Always being ahead of the curve, says Nigel. The best move. Yeah, dude, we're out here trying to make money, and we want people. The best part about us trying to make money is we want y'all to make money too. So we're trying to help it's a huge. That's what I'm saying. We're trying to build a community here. Everyone's trying to help everyone, right? Some people are farmers. Some people are electricians. Some people, do this. Some people do that. But we all want to. Everyone wants to make money together. Everyone wants to build together. We're here for that reason. Nigel says when SuperDraft goes big, y'all will be set. Yeah, maybe we'll see. I feel like this platform has the opportunity to be really, really big. If they do what they say they're gonna do, there's other things. Just be prepared to. There are other things like I've had the opportunity to talk to the CEO of the company, and his name's Steve Wang. I think he was the creator of the ergonomic keyboard. He sold that. And then, anyways, he's like a millionaire. He's super rich, and he's putting a lot into this company, and he's doing a good job. Like they're making it. They're doing a lot of things. They just got a sports book. They had that. They're doing a lot of things with that, pick'ems and stuff like that. So the way they make that legal too is so basically you don't win cash. They do coins, and you just can convert that over to prizes, and that can be like gift cards. It could be like trips to Vegas and stuff like that.
Could be a PS5.
Yeah, I mean, so the crazy thing is, it's like they got pick'ems now, they got player props now. I mean, they're trying to do a lot of things too, and they're trying to do another thing where they have tournaments where you can like pick player props or pick the games, who's gonna win, pick'ems, and then you play against people, and obviously you win coins. They just do a round like where it doesn't cost you anything, and you win coins basically by being in this competition against players. And then they do weekly, they do monthly, so like all these people that are in this area playing against each other, and like if you're making bets and you're winning bets, like the higher you are on the chart, that they'll actually pay you out coins for that too, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
And they're starting to do casino games. That's the next big thing that they're doing. Casino games, like NFTs is another thing. They're going to be coming out at NFTs. I mean, they're talking about everything. So with Caesars involved, like they're going all out. So this is going to be really, really big. So make sure you guys are, I mean, when it gets to Europe, you guys want to be the first ones too, like out there. You want to be the first ones that are in here knowing about it, and we can get you guys being coaches. So if anybody wants to be involved, talking about this like we do, you can make money by just like telling people to play. So if you want people to play along, and hang out with you and play, and I mean, you can get paid basically to get people in playing. And that's if you guys are out there, the first ones out in Europe that are telling people about this. When you say that we're going to be in big, well, think about how big you're going to be in Europe when you're out here trying to get everyone playing this brand new platform that nobody's ever heard about. And you guys have been on it for how long, until it gets out there. I mean, you guys will know everything. You're going to be on top of it, winning so much money.
Yep, so, and they announced the Mavericks starting lineup too. So Luka Doncic, Jalen Brunson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, Kristaps Porzingis. So the same as like the last couple times out.
All right, you know what? We should get out of here. I think we got another show coming up here. Doing the Circle. It's a debate show. A bunch of us are on it. We're gonna have to get you guys on it too, you and Maddie Daddy, because you guys are awesome content creators. And I mean, we just talk about anything. A lot of things are gonna be some football involved, but obviously when football goes away, it'll be other stuff. So just make sure that you are subbed up with both of our stuff so you guys can understand what's going on in the community, because we want everybody involved. Not sure yet. It just went to Canada, so Mexico's next. I mean, 2022 is supposed to be a really fast growing year for this company, so just be on the lookout.
It might not be it probably won't be till next year, I would assume, but we don't really have that inside knowledge. Yeah.
I'll let you know. Like I said, go follow me on Twitter or Instagram at JC Money Design. Right here. Right here. So go follow me at JC Money Design and just shoot me a message, and I'll make sure that you are involved with everything and that you know what's going on so that you can be ready. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Make sure you guys are subbed up. Tell them where to find you at, brother.
Excuse me. So you can find me on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport, on YouTube, obviously at Coach Craig Sports, on patreon.com/YouTube Sports can't talk right now. Patreon.com/Coach Craig Sports, on Sports Me at Coach Craig Sports as well. So that's the basic rundown without going too in depth today.
And you can find me everywhere at JC Money Design, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Got some giveaways going around, but just be on the lookout this weekend. There's going to be some big things coming out. We're going to start talking about getting people into a listener league for our show. We want to do just like a half year redraft league for like 12 people that are involved, that are subscribers, that are here like almost every day. So make sure you're following us. Make sure you're paying attention, because some things are going to be coming out, and we want you all involved. So, yeah, let's get out of here, brother.
Yep.
Later, everyone.